It appears that vampires have moved on from biting necks to putting needles in arms. If you happen to find yourself in Transylvania, spend a night at the iconic Bran Castle in Romania and get yourself a COVID-19 vaccine. In a move by the local government to encourage more locals and tourists to get vaccinated, nurses with fangs on their scrubs will give a shot of the Pfizer vaccine to all visitors. The castle's marketing director, Alexandru Priscu, said, quote, "The idea was to show how people got jabbed 500 to 600 years ago in Europe," end quote. This new vaccination site will also hopefully revitalize the influx of tourists, which took a heavy hit during the pandemic. There's a new and upcoming band in Shippensburg with hopes to make it big, and SUTV's Alicia Laluz has the story.
If you've been to any SHIP events this semester, then this crew is no news to you. In a pandemic where they could not express their musical abilities, this group formed a band to share their talent and have some fun. Noah and the Rubber Band have performed at many events on campus, such as this past weekend's Rage Room, to actually receiving third place in APB's SHIP's Got Talent. The band is composed of Bubbles the drummer, Sean Doyle on the keyboards, Kim O'Neill on bass, and the lead singer-guitarist is frontman Noah Steinfeld. I had the chance to chat with Noah, where he said the band is super proud of their success thus far.
We're really happy, honestly, to be playing music right now. I don't really think that there's anything bigger than music with the feelings that it creates. And we're just really looking forward to where we go from here. And this is a really great group of musicians, so it's really exciting.
The band plans on professionally recording their first album this summer, and you can stay updated on the group's journey by following their Instagram at @the_rubberband with a 3 replacing the E. Alicia Laluz for SUTV.
Ellen DeGeneres, the iconic morning talk show host, who had been the focus of some major controversy over the past year, has decided to end her show in 2022. DeGeneres has been a mainstay of morning television since her show began all the way back in 2003, with a myriad of guests finding themselves onto her stage, from film stars to former White House residents. Ellen has continuously been one of the most successful talk show hosts in history. Despite all her accomplishments and achievements, Ellen found herself in hot water when allegations of an abusive work environment surfaced online. Despite the controversy, however, Ellen would return to her show just a few months later. Despite these allegations, DeGeneres has said that this is not the reason behind the ending of her series. Ellen is set to reveal more details of her decision in an interview with Oprah during tomorrow morning's episode. Taylor Swift is breaking glass ceilings across the pond. Swift is set to become the first woman and non-British citizen to receive the Global Icon Award at the 2021 Brit Awards. The Brit Awards is the United Kingdom's version of the Grammys. Swift is receiving the award, quote, "in recognition of her immense impact on music across the world." According to UK officials Charts Company, she is this year's biggest selling artist. Previous Global Icon Award recipients include Elton John, David Bowie, and Robbie Williams. The 2021 Brit Awards will take place at London's O2 Arena on Tuesday night. While New York is moving full steam ahead into reopening and getting back to normal, one of the city's mainstay industries will be taking its time before opening its doors again. Theaters both on and off Broadway will be returning this fall, as numerous musicals and plays have begun to announce their return dates. So far, the musicals Hamilton, The Lion King, Wicked, and Chicago will kick things off on September 14th, with more shows like Phantom of the Opera, Ain't Too Proud, Tina, and Jagged Little Pill returning in October, and with even more shows expected to announce their returns in the coming months. It should also be noted that when Broadway returns, all the theaters will be able to operate at 100% capacity. However, it is likely that masks will still be required for entry. After decades, NBC will not be airing the Golden Globe Awards next year. Monday, the network announced it would not carry the show due to controversy surrounding the Hollywood Foreign Press Association, the nonprofit responsible for the Golden Globes. Some of the issues NBC cited were the association's lack of diversity and ethical questions related to financial benefits, like hotel stays for members. For similar reasons, other media outlets, including Netflix and Warner Media, are not participating in events related to the Golden Globes. Some stars are even returning their awards in protest. Actor Tom Cruise returned all 3 of his Golden Globes for the movies Jerry Maguire, Born on the 4th of July, and Magnolia. NBC says it is open to airing the show in 2023 if the Hollywood Foreign Press Association fixes the problems. Sony and Columbia Pictures released the first trailer for the long-awaited sequel to Venom on May 10, 2021. The movie is called Venom: Let There Be Carnage. In the trailer, we see that Eddie and Venom have grown more of a bond, and Venom is trying to be more helpful. But in the mix of all that, Cletus Cassidy, played by Woody Harrelson, becomes what Marvel and Venom fans have been waiting for, Carnage, who was shown towards the end of the trailer. We still have yet to see a release date for the movie, but with the second trailer release, we could possibly learn more about their journey. After a series of delays, A Quiet Place Part 2 is finally set for theaters on May 28th, with Paramount releasing a final trailer. The film is said to directly follow the events of the first film, and we will see Emily Blunt, Millicent Simmons, and Noah Jupe reprise their roles. John Krasinski will return as writer and director for the film and will reprise his role in flashbacks. The trailer offers a preview of two new characters played by Peaky Blinders star Cillian Murphy and Blood Diamond star Digimon Hanzo. The sequel will show the Abbott family forced to venture the outside world, where they learn the creatures who hunt by sound are not the only threats out there. Be sure to watch A Quiet Place Part 2 in theaters on May 28th or wait for its release on Paramount Plus sometime in July. Stranger Things fans like Brady Fisher went crazy when Netflix released its trailer for Season 4 on May 6. There is no official release date for the new season, but we can be expecting it within the next year. With production still in progress, they can't be certain on when it will be released. You can expect to see all of the main characters back in Season 4, and most likely we will be seeing the return of Hopper, despite the ending of Season 3. But along with the returning characters, the Stranger Things Instagram released a photo on November 20th with a list of new cast members for Season 4. Will Season 4 be able to live up to such an eventful Season 3? I guess we'll just have to wait and see. The summer is upon us. The vaccines are rolling out, businesses are opening back up, and suddenly it feels like things might be getting back to normal. And none will feel more normal than returning to cushioned seats and air-conditioned auditoriums of your local multiplexes. With delay after delay, the 2021 summer movie season might seem smaller than years prior, with studios saving some of their bigger tentpole films for the fall and winter months. That doesn't mean that there aren't some big blockbusters heading our way in the next 3 months. So here's all the big releases you should be keeping an eye out for. Kicking off the season this week is starting things off on the spooky side from producer Chris Rock and starring alongside Samuel L. Jackson comes Spiral, the 9th installment of the popular horror franchise Saw, which will be debuting in theaters alongside Zack Snyder's action zombie heist film Army of the Dead on May 14th. However, Snyder's film is only a limited theatrical run, and it will be debuting on Netflix later next week. Speaking of streaming, May 14th will also bring us the Angelina Jolie dramatic thriller Those Who Wish Me Dead, which will be in theaters as well as streaming on HBO Max, also beginning May 14th. On May 28th, an iconic Disney villain is getting a brand new origin story as Emma Stone brings a young Cruella de Vil to life in Cruella, which will be in theaters as well as on Disney Plus's Premiere Access on May 28th. John Krasinski returns us to the silent post-apocalyptic world in A Quiet Place Part 2, with the whole cast returning, as well as new additions like Cillian Murphy and Digimon Hanzo. Moving into June, the horror continues with another installment in the Conjuring universe. The Conjuring: The Devil Made Me Do It is the 3rd installment and will hit theaters and HBO Max on June 4th. While Broadway isn't reopening till September, musical theater fans can swarm the cinemas when In the Heights rolls onto the scene and HBO Max on June 11th. Pixar is giving us an all-new coming-of-age adventure with Luca about a young boy who has to try and hide his aquatic secret while enjoying the summer with his new best friend. It was one of the first films to be delayed back in 2020. Now it'll finally see the light of day. On June 25th, we get the 9th installment of the Fast and Furious franchise, simply titled F9. If you're looking for a good scare July 4th weekend, check out the final installment in the popular horror franchise. July 2nd will bring us the 5th film in the Purge franchise, titled The Forever Purge. July will continue the thrill ride of action with a long-awaited Black Widow solo film on July 9th, both in theaters and on Disney Plus's Premier Access. The next week, on July 16th, we'll see the return of another beloved childhood classic in Space Jam: A New Legacy, now starring LeBron James and Don Cheadle. On July 23rd, M. Night Shyamalan goes back to his horror roots with Old, which we have only seen brief looks at during the big game this past February. The month concludes with Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson and Emily Blunt teaming up for the Disney adventure based on the popular Disney World attraction Jungle Cruise on July 30th. For some, August means the summer hype slows down, but with releases like these, say otherwise. DC's all-new The Suicide Squad on August 6, which will premiere in theaters and on HBO Max, the Aretha Franklin biopic Respect, the Ryan Reynolds video game comedy Free Guy on August 13th, and the summer movie season will conclude on another spooky note with my most anticipated film for this summer, the reboot of the beloved horror franchise Candyman, from producer Jordan Peele, with a star-studded and diverse cast, including the original Candyman himself, Tony Todd. Whether on the big screen or small screen, this summer movie season is as promising as ever. However, these release dates are subject to change at any time. Nevertheless, I can't wait to be back in the theaters after all this time. And that's it for SUTV Entertainment. I'm Adam Beam. Be sure to follow us on all our social media at SUTV News and check out our website at sutvnews.org. We're back with our final ship news broadcast tomorrow, but until then, good night.